Now then guys, how you doing? Thank you for joining me again on another Tactical Masterclass, as this time we go with the Christmas tree, the 4321. The one that you would have used many years ago. Oh yeah, the Christmas tree, going to be absolutely fantastic. You lose your first 3 games using it and you go back to the vanilla 442. That's the one. But we're going to give this one the entire season. We're going to simulate all the way through to the end of the season with Leicester. And hopefully, you know, we'll finish in that top 4 and we'll have some silverware at the end of it. So then guys, how we doing? Here we go. Like I say, we're playing with the Christmas tree. 4 at the back, 3 in the midfield, 2 behind the striker, with Jamie Vardy at the minute isolated up front by himself. Now, like I said, this is one of those, you know, you just mess about with. You end up with what looks like a Christmas tree. Everybody's happy. You think it's going to be fantastic. And it usually doesn't work. So we're going to give this one a go, like I say. So this is the tactic on screen. This is how we've got it set up at the minute. So we've got Schmeichel in goal. Just a goalkeeper, on defend, no individual instructions. We've got James Justin at left back as a wing back on support, no individual instructions, and that's exactly the same for Castagna out wide. In the middle we've got Siyunku playing as a central defender on defend, no individual instructions, and the same for Fofana, so it's basic at this moment in time. Next up we've got Ndidi, who's playing as a box-to-box midfielder on support. He's got no individual instructions. We've then got Mendy, who's playing as a central midfielder on an automatic set, and he's got 1 individual instruction, and that's to get further forward. And then we've got Tillemans playing as the Carrilero, and he's going to stay wider. He's playing on support as well. Then we've got Perez as the advanced playmaker with 1 individual instruction, and that's more direct passes. With Prayet currently in that attacker midfielder role, with 1 individual instruction on him as well, and that's to shoot more often. Then we've got Vardy up front as the pressing forward with 1 individual instruction, and that's to take more risks. Now he's on an attacking setting as well. You can see here we've got 2 major issues with high negative influence on both sides of that pitch, but we're not overly worried about that. We're going to be quite narrow anyway. Playing a vertical tick-attacker on a positive mentality. So the attack and width then is going to be very narrow, like I say. We're going to focus all of our play through the middle. We've got a shorter passing directness and a lower tempo. We work the ball into the box and we're more expressive with the ball. In transition then, when we're out of possession, we counter press. And when possession has been won, we counter. We distribute the ball to the centre backs and we take short kicks. Then out to possession, we don't use the offside trap. We've got a high line of engagement, a high defensive line, and we force the opposition inside where all of our players are. We prevent short goalkeeping distribution, and I've got no setups for the tackling. You know, we've got some players that will go in harder, some players that will stay on feet. So that is how we're set up for that. Set pieces wise, looking at corners, we're going to play that defend and counter defensively on both sides with the 2 men waiting at the halfway line. Attacking wise, we're going to go for the near post, left and right. Again, you know, we've got a lot of aerial threats there, so we're going to go with that. And then throw-in wise, we're just going to play a mixed, regular routine that you would get. I think that's the way to go. No long throws today. We'll mix it up and we'll see what happens. So schedule-wise then, how are we starting the season? We've got games against Brighton, Sheffield United, Southampton and Wolves as our first 4 league games before we hit Chelsea and Tottenham. November doesn't look good for us with Manchester City and Liverpool, but how do we end the season? We end the season with games against Everton, Man United and West Ham. So there's potential there for us. Why do we choose Leicester? Because Leicester are in plenty of competitions. Obviously in the Premier League, the FA Cup, the Europa League and the Carabao Cup. So we've got the opportunity to win some silverware. So with that in mind then, let's get to winning some silverware. So what we're going to do is we're going to simulate forward for 12 months. And hopefully when we come back, we'll have won the Premier League and we'll have won all the domestic cups and the Europa League. Wouldn't that be nice? Here's to dreaming. But yes, I'll see you on the other side. Right then, so here we go, and as you can see straight away we finished in 6th place. Bit of a shambles, if I'm completely honest. I was expecting a little bit better from the old Christmas tree, but we finished in 6th place, 38 games played, 21 wins, 4 draws. Not too many draws, 13 defeats though, 66 goals scored, 67 conceded, -1 goal difference. That is poor if I'm completely honest. Look at form there as well, that is not good at all. But we finished on 67 points, 1 point behind Southampton. You know, we were never going to finish in the top 4 looking at the form there. So let's have a look at the schedule. So yeah, it's very mixed. I'm surprised we ended up in 6th place, if I'm completely honest. We started off with a 3-1 victory against Brighton, a 2-0 defeat to Sheffield United, a 1-0 victory against QPR in the Carabao Cup 3rd round. We lose 4-3 to Southampton, but then win 2-1 against Liverpool in the Carabao Cup. We then draw 4-4 with Wolves in the Premier League, and get a 3-2 victory over Chelsea. So some big results coming in. And we then lose 1-0 to Bayer Leverkusen. But we end up getting out the group anyway. Only just in fairness, we get through top of the group by a point. Vojvodina end up finishing in 4th place with 0 points, minus 17 goal difference. And we just get through there. That is a bit of a shocker if I'm completely honest. We then lose 3-0 to Tottenham, but have a 5-1 victory over Feyenoord. 2-1 victory over West Brom. You know, it's looking good thus far. A 2-1 victory over Vojvodina. Man City 0-0 is a decent result. A 1-0 victory over Newcastle. And then we go away to Vojvodina and win 5-0. We lose 2-0 to Liverpool in the league. You know, it was always going to happen. Form starts to pick up then in December. It looks okay there. A 3-1 defeat to Feyenoord and a 4-0 defeat to Man United. Not ideal. As we still work our way through, form continues to be decent. Throughout January, we lose 3-1 to Aston Villa. That isn't great enough. And a 4-0 defeat again to Manchester United, this time in the FA Cup. We have a 1-0 victory in the FA Cup third round in there against Bristol City. And a 2-1 victory against Watford in the Carabao Cup semi-final. So we get into the final of the Carabao Cup, which is good. Form continues to look quite decent, if I'm completely honest there. As we get plenty of wins in the league. A 4-1 defeat at Wolves and a 3-0 defeat at Chelsea isn't ideal. But we get through the Europa League first knockout round after an away victory. You know, form, still plenty of wins in there. It's, God, there you go. There's where it all went wrong. Basically, May has been an absolute write-off. So we get past Sisterspor 5-0. We lose 5-0 to Manchester City in the Premier League. That's an absolute spanking. But we get to the Carabao Cup final where we win 1-0 against Everton. That is a big result. We have 9 shots, 5 on target, 54% possession. Richarlison has a goal disallowed on 90 minutes and Jamie Vardy getting the winner on 77. We then lose in the Europa League final to Napoli 4-2. We got well and truly battered there as well. I had 14 shots, 10 on target. We had 13 and only managed 2 shots on target. Harvey Barnes getting a goal on 94 minutes. Probably makes it look better than what it was. Vardy didn't even start in that one. But yeah, well and truly done in the final. It's just form there, as you can see, throughout May. A 2-1 defeat to Fulham. A 2-1 defeat to Everton. 4-1 against United. United have basically battered us all the way through. Arsenal 4-0 as well. Not ideal. So team performance wise then, we scored 66 goals, which was the 6th best. We conceded 67 goals, which was the 6th worst. So, you know, it's not been good for us, let's be honest. Yellow cards, we got 53, which is the 6th best. No red cards. And player stats, Jamie Vardy got 36 goals. That's got to be up there. That's one of the highest I recall. Jamie Vardy on 36. Highest average rating was Fofana on a 7.3. Most assists was James Maddison on 21. Best pass completion was Fofana with 96%. Most player of the match awards, we had Fofana, Siyuncu and Vardy, 5 each. Most yellow cards, Fofana and Siyuncu, and we got 1 red card, and that'll have been in a cup game for Johnny Evans. So just to recap then, in competitions, we ended up finishing 6th in the league. We were runner-up in the Europa League. FA Cup, we got knocked out by Man United, and we won the Carabao Cup, so we got a bit of silverware. When we look at the tactic, it is a bit of a shambles, if I'm honest. You know, not ideal there. It's versatile, you know, you can do absolutely anything with the Christmas tree. You could go out wide like that and play 3 in the middle. You can drop somebody and then play that tactic. So it's quite versatile should you just want to switch it up straight away. So there you go then, guys. The Christmas tree. Mix. We still finished in the top 7. You know, we got European places. We won a bit of silverware, so it isn't a complete write-off. But as always, the tactic download will be in the description down below. Give it a go. Let me know how you get on. But thank you for joining us. We'll try another tactic soon. If you've got any suggestions, also please leave that in the comments. That would be good for us. But yes, thank you very much, guys. Stay safe, and I'll catch you later. Ta-ra.